days like this.
Welcome back. Texas getting a new ally in its fight against sanctuary cities. President Trump's Justice Department is now on board.
Yeah, Attorney General Jeff Sessions announcing that the DOJ will defend the state's new immigration measure against a lawsuit brought by civil rights groups and several city governments.
So joining us now with his reaction is Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Ken, great to see you this morning. Lay out for our viewers this morning what exactly this does, what exactly Texas is doing differently.
Well, first of all, good morning from Texas. Well, this is actually very nice. After 8 years of having the Department of Justice fighting us on issues like this, for the first time we have a Department of Justice that's actually looking at the law and stepping in to add credibility to our case. We're right on the law. We feel very confident about that. Obviously, the Department of Justice feels the same way. And so, we're confident and we're grateful that they are assisting us in this effort.
Do you think it will set a trend beyond just the city where you are?
Say that again?
Do you think this will set a new trend to help other cities that are dealing with the same thing you are?
Well,
just getting
I
that support.
I think this is a step in the right direction. I think it sets a tone that the Trump administration will stand behind states that are doing the right things. In this case, this is a law that our legislature passed just recently. It's something that was obviously passed by the duly elected representatives of our state. It's also something that the Supreme Court has opined on in the past. And so given the fact that this came up in a case with Arizona and we got the right result, we're very confident that this will result in the same resolution.
Well, you're getting some pushback, of course. Texas Democratic lawmakers have written this about the Senate bill, number 4. SB 4 has several flawed provisions, they say, that unlawfully target immigrant communities, expose Texans to unlawful violations of due process, and erode essential trust between police and the public. What about those 3 points?
So none of that's true. This is a law similar to what Arizona passed. Arizona actually required that law enforcement ask about immigration status. Texas did not do that. All we're saying is that if you're a law enforcement official and there's an arrest or a lawful detention, which means that there's reasonable suspicion of a state crime, then law enforcement may ask about immigration status. So there's no requirement here. It's totally up to each law enforcement officer.
What are your constituents where you are? What are they saying about this bill? Do they support it? Do they feel like it's the right step forward?
You know what? I'd say overall, yes. I mean, overwhelmingly supported in the legislature. I think overwhelmingly supported in Texas, especially if people understand what the law does. There's a lot of misinformation that the media has put out about the law, saying that it's going to affect witnesses coming in to testify, and that's just not true. There's actually an exclusion for victims of crime and witnesses who need to testify. They cannot be asked about immigration status. So there's some misinformation about the law, but when people understand what's in the bill, pretty much it's overwhelmingly supported in Texas.
What about from the sanctuary cities themselves? What pushback are you getting?
Well, obviously they sued us, and so that is a pushback. However, that was not surprising to us, which is the reason we went into court before them and asked for a court to say basically that our law was constitutional prior to getting these lawsuits from cities around the state that are already participating as sanctuary cities.
All right, Ken Paxton, Texas Attorney General. Good to have you with us this morning.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you. Have a great day.